All right, guys, I'm still testing it out. Hopefully y'all are staying with me, keeping patient, trying to get it kicked off. Go ahead and log back in. Mike Alexander going to be bringing the heat with some crypto talk, talking Cryptonite chatter. A little fireside chat here. Hopefully you can hear me. Any feedback there? Get us. We'll get it kicked off here in just a few minutes. Can y'all see the screen? All right, guys. Let's see. Looks like infinite windows open. Okay, well, infinite windows means you can see my screen. Can you hear my voice? All right. Hopefully this will keep kicking off. I'm going to toggle back and forth to a few screens here. And by chance, Robert, can you see the Cryptonite screen here or the crypto screen? How's that looking there? Can y'all see that? Let me know. Give me some feedback there. All right, guys. All right, so we're going to kick it off then. I'm going to start talking some Cryptonite. Give it a little bit for some more folks to join in. I'm going to go ahead and crack open a Peroni. Say dilly dilly to everybody that's watching. Awesome. All right. So we'll get it kicked off here, guys. Let me see if I can get this cracked open and we'll start talking shop. All right, happy Sunday evening. Happy Sunday evening. Thank you for coming in and checking out the frequency here. Dilly dilly. All right. So Bitcoin, yes or no? That is the question, guys. You know, we're talking, everybody's talking a lot about Bitcoin, a lot about cryptos, not knowing whether it's a bubble, whether it's good or bad, or what the hell is going on, right? And I wanted to add a little clarity around the subject matter as to why Bitcoin and what is the hype about Bitcoin? What is it all about? So, you know, first I want to also just give you guys a little bit about my background. In terms so that you know who you're getting this information from. I'm not just some kind of Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know, I went to the University of Texas, did finance, and you know, that was all good and whatever, but I learned a lot more being a professional in the business, got Series 7 licensed from 2005 to about 2013. I got to see the internal workings of the financial services market, the big banks. You know, I'm not even going to talk about the big bank names, but you know, I worked at a lot of big banks and a lot of big brokerage institutions that everybody knows, hears, and sees on every street corner. And in that time frame, I got to have the pleasure of meeting a lot of fine folks, help them with their retirement and their investments. And you know, I helped invest a little over $300 million of other people's money. And part of what I believe this cryptocurrency is a response to the lack of accountability from big banking institutions and from you know, world governments. You know, fiat right now is at a very precarious moment in history where it's really looking like it's the system as we know it is changing. Let's just say that, and it's changing fast. And Bitcoin and Litecoin and all of these altcoins, alternate coins, are really a way of confirming that you know, times are changing, and what people consider money, you really need to rethink that. What do you keep in your wallet? How you store your wealth? You really need to rethink it. And let me just jam this out a little bit here, give some more people some time. But look, you know, cryptocurrency is my savings account. It's my preferred place to put a few checks here and there. And, you know, you don't got to play with a lot of it. I'm not saying bet the farm, guys. Cryptocurrency is something that you should start to dabble in. You know, don't put 1% of your net worth in there. Don't go bet the farm, and don't go put it all in at once. All right, guys. But I wanted to show you guys some of what I've been learning, what I've been doing, and in that time when I was doing financial services from 2005 to 2013, you know, I got to be firsthand witness in the 2008 bank bailout crash, working for Merrill Lynch. Excuse me, I'm not going to talk. Working for some Merrill company and working for some other American company, some kind of bank. And, you know, they had a shotgun wedding, and I got to understand that the banks got a lot of bailouts. They got a lot of free money, a lot of free tax dollars. And, you know, that has a way of eroding confidence in the system itself. And, you know, as a result of all that, I was looking for something different back in 2008, 2009. And I found cryptocurrencies in Bitcoin when it was 31 cents. You know, I believe in sound money. You know, this little thing right here is a nice little silver dollar. You know, it's worth about $15 to $20 today. Used to be the equivalent of a paper dollar. And that's why you hold cryptocurrency, store of value. You know, this is physical in my hand, but the Litecoin, the Bitcoin in the digital universe, I consider it to be as good as this, but better, because I can transfer crypto from point A to point B. This is a pain in the ass to haul off, guys. You know, you put your savings in this, you know, you $10,000 of these, that's pretty freaking heavy. And I know, because, you know, I hold it, I like it. Silver is good. Silver is sexy. Bitcoin is sexy. Litecoin, really sexy right now. And, you know, you guys need to just learn, be open-minded, and forget about what the naysayers are saying. But I want you to know it's going to be volatile. The times ahead are going to be really exciting. I don't know if you saw the post. I was hoping to go back and reference the post that I put up there, because I mentioned how to turn 5K into a Lambo by the end of 2019. That's very doable, guys, this year. That is very doable. You want to buy a house, turn 5K into a free and clear house? It is very doable this year. And I'll tell you why, and I'll show you why it's going to be so exciting to watch this year in 2018. So let's get started. So first off, I wanted to show you guys coinmarketcap.com is an amazing resource that I've started to learn. And guys, I don't talk about Bitcoin too much. I haven't talked about cryptocurrencies much, simply because, you know, people don't understand it, people don't want it, but it's all hyped up in the market and on Facebook everywhere, every day. And I was like, hell, you know, this is one of my skill sets is charting and analysis. I was not just a trading instructor or training instructor for charting and trading. I would consider myself to be the trading instructor for Houston, and at several companies for 4 years, working for a company called Amtrade, TD, and another company called Chuck Schwab. And I had the pleasure of rolling out the trading platforms for Thinkorswim and for Schwab, using some of their tools and whatnot. And I got to invite a lot of very affluent folks that got to come watch yours truly, because you know, I was the youngest guy and I was the most tech savvy. So that's how old age works. You look and lean on younger folks, and that's a good thing. You know, share information, share knowledge is a good thing to do. So coinmarketcap.com, how to use this, guys, how to analyze for a couple of fundamentals when it comes to Bitcoin. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be covering the top 5 best altcoin wallets, give you some overviews, just briefly, Cryptonator. I'm going to try to keep this, guys, to another maybe 20 minutes. I got to go enjoy my evening with the family, but I'm going to try to keep this to 20 minutes. If everybody starts chiming in, asking questions, I'll be sure to try and address those. So Coinomi is going to be another one that's going to be a really good wallet. Exodus is going to be a great wallet. I've got some complaints about Exodus. I really, really wanted to do some active swing trading since I've joined Exodus, but it hasn't worked as efficiently as I'd like. And that's due to the fact of the congestion. Cryptocurrencies are like bandwidth for high traffic internet traffic, or even I-10 traffic. The more people that cram into cryptos, there's a traffic jam, and it takes settlement and trade quite a bit. It can take a day, and on Exodus I've had times where I can't buy and sell. The activity is so high in the system. So but I love it. It's very easy to use. I believe it to be very secure. As it says, it's moderate safety. I actually think it's very secure, very easy to use, but it doesn't exchange in real time all of the time. Though when I started using it was very quick, and then all of a sudden everybody started to talk about Bitcoin and whatnot and all these other tokens, and it got to be a little slower. But I'll be talking a little bit about that, talking about some of these other ones. Coinomi, that's a very exciting one because it gives you access to a ton of coins. So that's a little bit about where to buy. If you're just a novice investor, Coinbase is going to be a great place. They're going to do 2-step verification for added security. You're going to have to confirm it with your phone and confirm it with your email. So Coinbase is what everybody else knows. It's the biggest, baddest, trusted network. And we're going to be talking also a little bit about best cryptocurrency exchanges. So there's going to be exchanges. What's the difference between an exchange and a wallet? Well, there's a few things you're going to want to research on your own and study more of yourself, but do your own due diligence. This is all gambling. So is saving dollars. It's all a big gamble. So I'd rather gamble with silver. I'd rather gamble with Bitcoin, Litecoin, and altcoins. But I consider it prudent gambling, prudent saving. I don't consider it actually gambling. Many people consider it to be a speculation. I consider it a savings vehicle. Litecoin is silver to gold, and Bitcoin is gold to Litecoin. So what does that mean? Well, it just means that Litecoin is going to break necks and amaze people at how much faster it catches up and moves with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is volatile. It is top heavy. It has crashed dozens of times. It's run up hundreds of percent multiple times. I'll show you guys a little bit about the history of Bitcoin. Like I said, I knew about it when it was 31 cents. I can't claim to be the smart guy and say that I bought it at 31 cents, although I did want to buy it at $1. I wanted to buy $2,000 worth. And frankly, that's all I started with was $2,000 worth in Bitcoin, and it's done very well for me. I was a buyer at $200 and $600, and I'm a buyer of Bitcoin. Maybe not right this second because I see other opportunities, but I'm not giving financial advice. This is edutainment purposes only. And how's everything going, guys? I'm going back and forth between the screens. If you just checked in, everything's still looking good. Looks like I still got a lot of folks here. So like I said, I'm going to be talking about some of the places to put your money. I still see some people joining here to the conversation. And best cryptocurrency exchanges, we're going to be talking about Bitstamp, Bitfinex, pros and cons. I'm just now starting to use some of those trading platforms again. I say again as in the sense that, this is such an exciting market, guys, that I just started to get my my stuff, my cobwebs off the charting tools. I have not looked at charts, guys, in 4 years. I have not looked at the stock market in 4 years. I have not looked at the news in 4 years. I have not. I stopped watching Wall Street. All that stuff is just it's just annoying. It really, it's fake news. It really is. And they fake it. They fake it all the time when it comes to talking about economic chatter. So I'm going to talk about a couple important things on how to find the best markets to trade altcoins, how to identify a good altcoin based on volume, based on market cap. Market cap just means the size of the coin itself. Professional traders like myself really like to see at least $200 million market cap, and that it just ensures that the trading will be liquid and trade the way it's supposed to. So I'll show you how to look at that on market cap here. Let's see here. Look at some of the tools. Global charts. Let's see. Trending. Gainers, losers. So it's going to be really exciting to see some of these things. I'm going to try to select a market cap here if I can. Trading volume, trending, gainers, losers. Well, I know there's a way to select the market cap here, but I'm not finding it right this second. So, but 24-hour gains, you got some monster gains here on some of these charts. But what you want to pay attention to is the market cap. You want to pay attention to the volume of trading. So the more that you see, the better, in my opinion, a lot of times. But you're going to be able to check a few of these out. This one is a really exciting one next. That's going to be a really exciting one. I'll just go through some of these. And I'm still trying to look at volume and look at a few of these things here. But play with these buttons, mess with them. Like I said, these some of these tools don't seem to be cooperating with me here. But so let's see what else I have for you. So let me go ahead and turn some of this off and answer some of the questions. Is Bitcoin a bubble? Please feel free to comment, chime in on there. I'll try to toggle back and forth. I'm not seeing the screen or the commentary that other people are making as they're commenting here. So, but is Bitcoin a bubble? And the answer is, in the short term, maybe, but not likely. Folks like Bill Gates are saying that Bitcoin is likely to go from 10,000 to even 100,000, even $1 million USD. John McAfee easily saying it's going to be going to 500,000. Bitcoin will hit 5 million. Rick Falk-Vinge. There's a Max Kaiser, somebody you guys want to tune into. And I'll just play some of these videos. The one I'm going to be playing is actually, though, one of our favorites, Grant Cardone. Everybody in the real estate biz knows 10X Grant Cardone, the man. And this is for mature audiences only. If y'all know Grant Cardone, he's a little lewd and crude, but I love the guy. Grant is the man. He brings the energy. But when people like Grant Cardone start talking about Bitcoin and they start checking in on it, this is what he has to say. So don't take my word for it. Do your own due diligence. But this is a real estate guy right here talking about crypto.
I don't think anybody on the internet talks about money more than I do. Okay, this is a made-up piece of paper. So for all of you out there, for the Jamie Dimons in the world that says, oh, cryptocurrency is a fiat currency. Dude, there's nothing more fiat than this bullshit right here. Why would a bank be closed on Saturday and Sunday? You know why? Because they're greedy motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, watch out.
That have been making too much money for too long and didn't have any competition. Same thing with the stock market. The stock market will hate the cryptos. Why? The problem you guys have is y'all have Bitcoin conversations and crypto debates. And you sound like a bunch of fucking over.
Today we have a very special video, guys. I'm here in beautiful.
All right, so I let Grant Cardone set the tone there on how I really feel about Bitcoin and Litecoin, a lot of the other things that are going on. But Litecoin is really exciting, guys. Like I said, this is very volatile. Litecoin was a what's called a fork of Bitcoin, and it was like a clone, but it's supposed to be whenever you make a clone or you make a separate fork of Bitcoin, the idea is the community splits with the intentions of possibly making it better, and that is what Litecoin is. Now, as opposed to some of the fiat that we see in the world, as we know, Helicopter Ben, well, he's got a lot of helicopters and money falling from the helicopters and from basically just bailing people out left and right. If you noticed, I went ahead and posted a nice little video of the Big Lebowski, where he's getting dunked and he's talking there. Where's the money, Lebowski? Where is the money? So that's how I feel about a lot of central governments, central banks, and a lot of corruption going on. A lot of scandal, and we don't know where the money is when it comes to this system. They're printing a lot of it, and we don't find out about these things until the day after. So as opposed to fiat, cryptocurrencies, and especially Litecoin and Bitcoin, they have a finite supply. And this is going to be TradingView. This is going to be a free trading place where you can buy and sell and do a lot of charting. If you like to do technical analysis and Fibonacci retracement charts, volume charts, I'll do a quick soundbite on that. But so I'll do another one of these, and I'll get a much better handle on some of these tools here, but they just don't seem to be cooperating. But what I want to show is it is volatile, and it is finite, though. Unlike the money supply that's circulating, the current circulating supply of Litecoin, and I'm talking more Litecoin instead of Bitcoin, but just consider it to be almost the same in terms of the fundamentals of it. Circulating supply is finite. The maximum supply of tokens of 84 million. The current circulating supply is 54 million. So cryptocurrencies, people talk that they don't have an intrinsic value or a backing. Well, they're finite, they're not infinite, and it's going to bring accountability to governments and central banks and banksters. They're going to have to be careful, because the reason why these little green things have any kind of value right here, the reason why these little things have value is because people have faith and confidence in the system. And people may not realize, but there's something called the continental dollar, and people say it's not worth a continental dollar. Well, people don't realize this paper money, it's already reset and defaulted in some form or fashion 3 times. And many people don't realize that fiat, fiat currencies and paper money around the world, it's been around for 6,000 years. But this is one of the oldest ones, if not the oldest, alongside the British pound, and they have not existed in the same shape or form. They've been reset and devalued over time, and since 1913, a dollar is being devalued something like 98% of its purchasing power. If you think about it, you could get a 1-cent stamp and send a piece of mail. Today, that piece of mail is 50 cents, 49 cents. I mean, it's so what I'm saying is there's a lot of loss of purchasing power in fiat. It's not a savings vehicle. It's just a means of transacting money or doing transactions easily. Whereas Bitcoin and Litecoin, they have a finite supply, and people think that it doesn't have a backing. Well, this is a real money, original money, silver and gold, the same thing. It's been demonetized. It's not used like money, but it still has value. $15, $20 right here in this $1 coin, and excuse me, it's a $1 face value coin. It's a $15, $20 intrinsic value coin as far as the current value. And the reason you hold something like this is, again, because it has intrinsic value. So this gets mined out of the ground, and you constantly have an increasing supply, or you're able to extract more from the Earth's crust. Actually comes out of the Earth's crust at about 9 to 1, so 9 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. And the same is true of Bitcoin and Litecoin. This is mined. When people talk about mining, they are using computing power and electricity to mine the physical Bitcoin. I was actually hearing the amount of electricity used to extract or create a Bitcoin is somewhere around $1,000 to $2,000 to create one Bitcoin. And when you think of paper money, whether this be $100 bill or whether this, whatever this may be, this costs 3.5 cents. It's a paper bill that costs 3.5 cents to make, and Bitcoin takes over $1,000 of electricity. Somebody was telling me that Bitcoin right now consumes more electricity than several small countries. Bitcoin right now is in the top, I believe, 15 most circulated currencies worldwide. So it is going to be moving up fast, guys. I follow Max Kaiser, and he's one of the guys that I've been following since he's been talking about it since it was $1. And I believe he has real news. He actually has more followers and syndications than a lot of these CNN and Fox News channels, which I don't watch any of that. I don't watch any of that news or anything. But so you want to get to learn and understand some of this, but I'm not making recommendations. I'm just telling you what I'm doing with my money. And I knew of Bitcoin. I can't say that Litecoin. I can't say that I knew about Litecoin back here, but I knew that it did crash right here from 33, and it crashed down to $1, $1.50. So, these things can be very, very volatile, guys, but I could say that I was buying around here, around $4 to $10, $20 on Litecoin. And, you don't need a whole lot of money when you got $1,000 in Litecoin and it goes to 160, at $1, 160 times your money, guys. I can't say I bought it at $1, but I can say I got close. And it's because I've known about this, because I was in the business of helping people manage their wealth, helping people manage their money. And even though this is volatile, the amount of people, if you were to ask 1,000 people in a room, hey, do you own Bitcoin or Litecoin or cryptocurrencies for that matter? And you're going to maybe have 1, 2 people or less than 10 people in a group of 1,000 people that actually own Bitcoin or any kind of cryptocurrencies. And if you go to that same 1,000 people, you ask them, hey, do you own any paper money? And this could be anywhere worldwide. Do you own paper money? US dollars? World reserve currency? Most people would say, yeah, I own US dollars worldwide. They'll still say they own dollars worldwide. But, a lot of places like Venezuela, it's illegal to own dollars right now, guys. There's a lot of bilateral trade agreements and de-dollarization going on in the world, where people are, like China, Russia, they are de-dollarizing by the billions and billions, hundreds of billions, and they're really hedging themselves because of the predicament of the infinite bailouts in printing presses that the central bank has. So Litecoin, Bitcoin, if the central governments and central banks aren't careful, they will lose the confidence of the people. And this is already taken off. People need somewhere to go to, and I consider this money. I consider this real money. Litecoin, Bitcoin, I consider it real money. This money right here, just like Grant Cardone was saying, this right here it's just paper. It's just paper. It still buys stuff right now, but the purchasing power of this changes constantly. So, all right, I don't want to talk about the purchasing power anymore. I want to talk about some Bitcoin and some Litecoin, some altcoins, and why. So you got to think of Bitcoin and Litecoin as real money, a savings vehicle. That might not click to you right away. It might take a while. It took me a while to begin to understand and have faith in it, right? But, I've been studying this and learning about it since 2009, and I think that this is going to be one of the biggest, most impactful things that you can do in your lifetime. That is going to be one of those moments in time where you're like, man, I wish I woulda, shoulda, coulda. Had I had somebody to teach me and show me the ropes, I would love to have invested. And that's why I made the announcement back October 22nd, about when to, about starting to participate. October 22nd. Again, this was somewhere around right up in here, and you've probably seen me talk about it in the past. Bitcoin, Litecoin right here, $50. This is $50, guys. Back when I started saying why you want to learn and be in cryptos. This is triple. It's tripled in a couple months since I said, hey, you guys should start paying attention to this. And I don't talk about stuff. I haven't talked about it. Nobody hears me talk about it hardly. At least in past years. I just made a couple of blurbs just to show and document that, hey, I'm in the game and I'm playing. But so yeah, this is something you want to get familiar with. So let me show you about the altcoins and the number of coins you have here in CoinMarketCap. Also, before I jump forward, you want to click on markets. This is going to be all the places you can buy and sell Litecoin. So whether you're using GDAX, Bitfinex, that's going to be a good one to use, Poloniex. So again, some of these are exchanges and some of these are wallets. Exchanges aren't necessarily going to be safe for the long term to hold your money, but crypto wallet, a hardware wallet, something that's offline could be a good place to hold your money. Check on the links that I'll be putting at the bottom of the page. Bitstamp is going to be a great place where you can buy and sell a lot of different cryptos. And so on and so forth. So you have a ton of places where you can buy and sell. Look, this is liquid. This is super liquid. This is tradable. Not a lot of places are buying it, obviously, but look how many exchanges there are. Goodness. They're barely trading anything, though. It's such low volume. Over 400 places. So this is just early adopter, guy. This is so early. It's so young in the game. If we're talking 100,000, 200,000, $1 million Bitcoin, what's the time frame? The guys I listen to, we're talking between 100, and we've moved price targets up closer to 200 to 250,000 price target for Bitcoin in 2018. 2018. That's next year, guys. How can we make allegations like that? Well, Bitcoin was only at $200 a year and a half ago. It touched 20,000. That's what, 10,000%, 1,000%, however much that is, guys. It's just add a lot of zeros. You get the point. So, markets. That's what you're going to want to check. So gainers and losers. When we're talking gainers and losers, again, one of the things I like to check is I like to check by market cap. And again, this isn't showing me the ability to select the market cap. We can do top 100 and whatnot. You got 7-day price charts and graphs there. Lots of things here. So this is kind of where I do the initial assessment based on simply just volume and the gains. Whatever's the most volatile, that's what I want to be investing in, because whatever is the most volatile is what's gaining the most ground the fastest. Now, have a trading strategy, have a little bit of management whenever you're buying and selling, or hodl it, hold on for dear life. So, and dollar cost average, use all those techniques to mitigate risk as you're buying and getting into the game. Nem was a monster mover just recently, over 100% in a day. This was a really good call from one of my trading, I'm going to call him my trading buddy, one of my trading coaches. Dude's solid. I paid for a nice little class, because even though I'm an expert, there are much higher levels of expert than myself. But like I said, guys, I'm skilled at it. Let's just say that. So this thing popped from, look at that, 16 cents. This was November 3rd. So I made an announcement of when you wanted to get in on Facebook. You can go check my thing, October 22nd. I just wanted to make the announcement before it popped, guys. Cryptos move like a rising tide. The tide goes out, a lot of things go, the tide goes down, all boats kind of lower a little bit in the water. When the tide goes up, guys, it lifts almost all boats, and some of them faster than others. So this one rocketed from 19 cents, and again, speculation, gambling, to 45 cents, guys. That's some monster moves. And it even did it in a day, 24 cents to 50 cents almost. So 100% pop in one day on some of these cryptos. And, what do they say? Bears make money, bulls make money, and pigs get slaughtered. There's easily some big swing trades that you can do by learning about the different cryptocurrencies and the crypto platform. So there are some crypto applications and altcoins that act and function as utilities. Something like Ethereum. Let's go ahead and pop that in here into the screen. Ethereum, you guys saw me talk about Ethereum. Well, actually, you guys saw me talk about EOS. EOS, write that one down. This is a platform. So this is like the equivalent of the Android or the Apple App Store, where people can create blockchain utilities and applications. So, I was smart enough to put money in at $4 and $10 on this one. I was buying somewhere back somewhere back in here. This is where I was buying. 2015, somewhere in here. So $10, this easily popped this year. And again, you put in $1,000, guys, and this goes to $480 right here. This is a short period of time. This is a very short period of time. This was still within 2017. $10 price to $480, $500. Holy smacks. So it's been amazing. And one thing you notice, though, is that it's cheap in terms of the price of Bitcoin. So even though people look at the green line there, that's US dollars, that's Bitcoin, price in Bitcoin, the movement, this actually tells me, because I consider Bitcoin to be real money, I consider this as a way of measuring the true value of where it's at. And this actually tells me that it is cheaper now than in the past here. But look at this volume. Look, this volume down here at the bottom is amazing. So again, this is the competitor to EOS. And I believe EOS is bigger, badder, faster than Ethereum as far as a platform goes, because it's a utility to allow other developers to provide blockchains and different utilities and applications. So I'm going to go ahead and start to cut this a little short here now. But again, you're looking at Bitcoin charts. This doesn't even go that far back, but gosh, this is just going to be astronomical when you look at this. People say, this is a bubble, this is a bubble, this is a bubble. Guys, you see this steady volume right here at the bottom? I hope you can see that. You see the increase of volume? You see the exponential growth of the volume? And again, 1,000 people in the room, you ask them, do you own Bitcoin? Only 10 of them are going to say, yeah. That volume, guys, tells me that Bitcoin, we might see $40,000 Bitcoin before the end of this year. This year. I'm not talking about 2018. We may see $40,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. And the reason I can say that is because of the a technical term called the Fibonacci retracement lines and the Fibonacci extensions. Just a fancy trading tool that kind of gives you an idea of where the next floor and ceilings may be, the next trading ranges may be. So I'll go more into that on some future classes and whatnot. But again, the reason you want to start learning about this stuff is because you'll be doing great in terms of your savings. So again, trading view, you're going to be able to create a watch list, create some, start looking at some stochastic RSI indicators. When this volume is going down and when it turns up, watching the volume here, you're just going to start to learn how to use the patterns. Go and research Elliott wave patterns. Start to learn how to trade these things, guys. You see this retracement here? When this started to pull back, this shows that it's probably going to pull back to here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback actually closer to about this extension right here, the 115 price point. So, this is very volatile here. But hey guys, I want to welcome your questions. So if anybody has any questions to pin on the screen, let me know. I'll try and answer some stuff here before I check out. So 5 minutes, if y'all have anything, comment in the section there and I can read it. And you're going to want to again check these different places here. Go ahead and watch the replay of the video. And yeah, we're going to be doing some awesome stuff here with some cryptocurrencies and altcoins. It's so exciting, guys. Like I said, I came out of retirement. I have not looked at charts in 4 years. I don't care about I enjoyed what I did, but I'm in real estate. I'm a real estate investor through and through. Matter of fact, I wanted to do a shameless plug. If you buy and sell real estate and you need to sell a house, you can rely on me to buy the house with owner financing as an exit strategy for a buyer. I can attract buyers for you and provide owner financing. So if you guys have anybody that wants to buy a house with owner financing that has a down payment, you can use me as a bank or as an investor that will buy the house for your homeowner or occupant. I-10s, foreign nationals, that's the specialty of what we use. So this is a little charting tool. When I was talking about being upset with Exodus because some of the liquidity I wasn't able to buy and sell and exit, you can swing trade the hell out of this stuff. And again, I was buying and enjoying this at 50 cents back here, October 22nd, whenever I made the announcement to start paying attention to this kind of stuff. And you see where it wasn't even hardly even on the charts. We got to go further back here. So October 22nd, that's even November. Gosh, I was buying, holy cow. Yeah, it was just coming off of this crash over here, October 22nd, December, less than a month, popped from 50 cents all the way to, you can see the date there at the very bottom, guys. So October 22nd is when I made an announcement right down here, and you can see the price. And from that to this was eightfold to $5. And when I got about here, I was going to cash out and I was going to do a swing trade and buy back in at this support line. And you can see it's clearly created another support line. So I'll be doing some more tutorials, guys. I'm going to be doing some complimentary free stuff for you guys. If y'all want to, if y'all really like this, give me some thumbs up. Smash the like button, as they say in Facebook and YouTube land. I'll be going into more of the nitty-gritty of how to enter and exit and manage a trade if you want to be active. If you just want to hold on to something, I'll give you some good ideas to just hold on to. EOS is going to be one of the ones that I'm very excited about. Again, this is the bigger, badder, newer, younger company on the block as far as a platform that's going to be offering utility. You're going to be able to watch the watch list here, pricing it in Bitcoin or Litecoin, Vox, Strat. You got so much volatility in these to be able to play the game, so to speak. And, you're going to be able to use this tool. Half of this is just learning how to use the tools, guys. Once you know how to use the tools, it's pretty easy. But, I got 13 years experience of buying and selling and trading as far as investments go, and 4 years of being an actual instructor. So, again, I'm not telling you guys what to buy. I'm not telling you what to buy, but I'm telling you what I'm buying. All right. You want advice? I'll actually be offering. I'll be offering consultations if you want. And I don't really want to consult people, but I will offer some classes coming down the pipeline. But you can just click on the links below I'll be providing. Again, I don't want to stop doing real estate. I can make enough money swing trading daily, with this kind of volatility. But again, this is going to be a really fun one to watch, Amici-Go. You're going to be able to watch a few of these other ones. NEM is the one I was talking about earlier. So, yeah, that's going to be really, really exciting. You see how that popped right there. So, all right, guys, y'all have a wonderful evening. This is that little segment of why Bitcoin. Is it a bubble? Hell no, it's not a bubble. It's going to be, you're going to see it rock. You're going to see it rock. So put your questions, put your comments. Again, I will be playing with this, and I'll be doing another tutorial on how to buy and sell cryptos and why to buy and sell cryptos. And peace. And hopefully you guys got something out of this, and put your questions, because it'll help me help you explain, and answer your questions. So cheers. Dilly dilly. All right. Ow. All right, guys. Yeah, somebody asked if I can make the post public. I will do my best to make these public. They'll be free. And of course, I am a money and a businessman. I'm gonna do a course myself, $3.99. But I'm gonna be doing a bunch of free stuff for you guys. Y'all want to go ahead and do some high advanced classes? I'll do $100,000 minimum. If you want to do an hour, I will do $1,000 for an hour. And I really don't want to be doing that, guys. If you really want me to help you set things up, $100,000 minimum, and I'll set you up $5,000 for my time and energy and expertise. And again, just do the free stuff. If I'm not trying to sell you guys. I got plenty of things to do with real estate. I've raised something like, let's just say I raised enough money to buy 300 houses in 2018. Secured and locked down, and I'm gonna be active with real estate. This is just a side hustle, and it's just too exciting to pass up. And I hope this helps bless you in some way, and I hope that some of you guys do walk away with some Lambos or a paid off house, or I really hope that this creates abundance in y'all's lives, guys, as it has for me and my family. And that's what it's all about. It's kind of like, man, I was thinking of that guy, Bones Jones. It's really unfortunate that you have so much talent with a guy like that, and it's gone all to waste. Guy is, the top of his class and the top athlete. And, I believe I'm a top athlete and a top MVP, but, I don't want to waste my talents. I gotta let it shine through. I want to help you guys out. So, from the bottom of my heart, I hope that you found this insightful. I hope that you found some of this information informative, and stay tuned for some more, because I'm going to be bringing the heat, and I'm going to be doing some trading classes and trading rooms this year in 2018. Like I said, I dusted off the cobwebs to start charting and trading again this year. I've taught maybe 1,000 people I've helped train and invite to different trading classes. So that's what's up. Peace. And guys, you will have some fun doing some Bitcoin here this year, and Litecoin. So don't be afraid to jump in. I favor Litecoin at the moment before Bitcoin, but it's all about the adoption, the amount of adoption, the more people the volume of people worldwide that are getting into it. So Stay tuned. Stay tuned.